Lung cancer, which includes cancers of the trachea, bronchus, and lung parenchyma, stands as the leading cause of cancer-related deaths. So, to address this problem, a 2D motion graphic PSA was produced to raise awareness about the dangers of smoking and vaping to young adults. So these are some problem statements that came up during the development of the project, which is number 1, according to a study conducted in West Bandung, there's a significant lack of awareness among young adults about the risks, symptoms, and preventive measures associated with lung cancer. And number 2, many young adults are engaging in behaviors like smoking and vaping, which are well-known risk factors for lung cancer. In 2015, an online survey of 2,042 young people aged from 12 to 18 years old showed that more than 1/4 have ever used e-cigarettes before. And number 3, high prevalence of smoking among young adults aged from 15 to 44 years old has been reported. This data comes from a study conducted in Malaysia in 2018, revealing the urgent need for awareness and preventive measures. Now, having highlighted the significant issues, the next step involves establishing clear research objectives. The first one being to raise awareness among young adults about lung cancer. This involves spreading awareness about the risks and preventive measures associated with the disease. Next, the objective is to develop a 2D motion graphic PSA on lung cancer. This multimedia approach has been chosen for its potential to captivate and sustain the attention of the target audience. The third objective centers on the evaluation of the effectiveness of the PSA. This assessment is designed to measure the impact of the 2D motion graphic PSA on the target audience's knowledge and attitudes related to lung cancer. Next, literature review. Without explaining too much about this section, I would like to conclude that through this study, key strengths and weaknesses have been identified in each PSA, providing valuable insights for the project. By incorporating these considerations, the aim is to create a compelling and impactful PSA that addresses the gaps observed in the case study, fostering increased awareness and engagement regarding lung cancer among young adults. Moving on to the research methodology, the ADDIE research model has been chosen for this project. So initially during the analyze phase, to form a clear vision, the most important thing to do was identifying objectives, target audience, as well as constraints. Next, during the design phase, I determined the concept and the visual styles to communicate the messages to the target audience. And after doing that, I sketched out the storyboard to have a clear plan on what I would like to animate. And during the development phase, this is where I produce the visual elements, then bring them to life by adding animation and creating a narration to have a narrative appeal to the PSA. And during the implementation phase, the project extends its influence into the digital realm through the creation of Breathe Hope website. So this is where the PSA will be uploaded to. This phase is where I perform multiple quality checks, amendments, as well as ensuring a user-friendly experience for the audience. And then last but not least, in the evaluation phase, I collected data from target audience through Google Form, analyzed those data, and make sure to amend my PSA series where needed. Then next, moving on to novelty. So for this project, a youth-centric design approach was chosen for this PSA series. This is because this approach allows me to connect with the audience on a more personal level, making the information more relatable and impactful. And then this PSA series also transforms complex medical information into easily digestible content. So what this does is that it ensures that the audience can grasp key concepts without feeling too overwhelmed. Next, moving on to results and findings. So after collecting data through Google Form, these are the findings that I can conclude from the results. The first one being, the findings reveal that the 2D motion graphic PSA has successfully captured the attention of the surveyed participants throughout the whole series with a unified 100% response rate. And then next, the survey results show that the 2D motion graphic PSA has a positive impact on participants' knowledge of the risks of lung cancer in young adults. The majority of respondents chose the option yes after being asked if they feel more informed about the risks of lung cancer. And then next, the findings reveal that the majority of the respondents, consisting of 82%, stated that they are very likely going to recommend the PSA to friends and family, indicating that the content is not only effective in conveying information, but also appealing enough to motivate people to advocate for its viewing. Next, moving on to recommendation for future research. So while the study has made significant contributions, it also provides methods for future research. For example, the future research could go deeper into a more detailed study of both visual and auditory elements in PSAs, with the goal of identifying specific attributes that are most appealing to the target audience. Additionally, future research could also look into the most effective channels for spreading health information as the media changes, to ensure that it reaches the intended audience in the most accessible and engaging way. Last but not least, let's move on to the conclusion. So as seen from the results and findings, this project has successfully met its primary objectives. The primary goal, which is to raise awareness among young adults about the lung cancer cases in their age group, was achieved through survey responses, which revealed that the majority of the respondents felt informed after watching the PSA. And then moving on to objective 2, which is to develop a 2D motion graphic PSA on lung cancer, also has been successfully met. The overwhelmingly positive response to PSA viewership of 100% response rate indicates not only the successful creation of the PSA, but also the successful spread of it. Finally, Objective 3, which evaluates the effectiveness of the PSA on the risks of lung cancer, has been thoroughly addressed in the survey responses. The participants' varying degrees of awareness, combined with their expressed willingness to share the PSA, highlights that the PSA has successfully raised awareness and educating people about the risks of lung cancer. So, now that we have concluded the project, these are the PSA series that I have created for this project. Please enjoy and thank you very much. This is your lungs. Your lungs are amazing. They're responsible for bringing oxygen into your body and removing carbon dioxide. Many young adults engage in risky behaviors that can lead to serious health problems later in life. It is very crucial to educate young adults about the potential consequences of these behaviors and encourage healthier choices to prevent long-term health complications. According to a 2019 study in the Journal of Cancer, around 1.4% of lung cancers occur in people aged 35 and younger. Some common risk factors for lung cancers include smoking, vaping, secondhand smoking, genetics, and exposure to pollution. But don't worry, because there's hope. Early detection is key to fighting lung cancer, and regular checkups can help catch it early. If you're a smoker or a vapor, quitting now can significantly lower your risk of developing lung cancer in the future. Remember, it's never too late to make positive changes for your health, and by taking proactive steps, you can improve your chances of preventing or detecting lung cancer at an early stage. If you or a loved one are seeking reliable information, support, and resources related to lung cancer, look no further. Take the first step and visit our local lung cancer awareness organization at lungcancer.net.my. So, what are you waiting for? Come and join the fight against lung cancer. Together, we can help keep our lungs healthy and strong for years to come.